It's not exactly difficult to get a show picked up by Netflix, especially compared to other big studios. Even Rick and Morty made a whole B-story about this exact concept in an episode in season 4. And truth is, it's because everyone knows it. Netflix isn't really focused on quality, or at least not as much as they are on jamming a new adult animated comedy every year. And truth be told, this method works for one single reason. That being, a lot of people will watch literally anything. And 12-year-old me was not an exception. I'm sure everyone can relate to looking for absolutely anything to watch when there's nothing intriguing. Yet unfortunately for me, this is when I had been exposed to it. Paradise PD. But even surprising me to this day, I liked it. As a child, I wasn't concerned about quality of animation, jokes, plot, or even the characters. Because let me assure you, it severely lacks any of these concepts. I'll get to the jokes in a bit, but arguably their worst aspect is plot. Multiple double episodes covering the most exhausting story, episodes centered around Kevin the rookie cop piping his car, and even the creators bringing back one of their other failed shows for the entirety of an episode. And when you watch it, they make it painfully aware of how much creativity they lack.
I never wanted to hear that stupid, annoying voice of yours again!
You can expect a lot of these types of jokes.
And when your characters are struggling this much, you really need a good plot to make the show watchable. But unfortunately, they aren't the most creative writers. A lot of the times, they have to resort to plots that I don't even think I could talk about on YouTube. It gets so bad to a point where their big villain for a season finale is a mutiniform baby genetically crafted from 2 hillbillies. So, when they decide to have a plot, it really is nothing worth discussing. And I'm not even going to make an argument on the characters. Every single one of them fit the one-note stereotype role. You have the fat cop, the dumb cop, the old cop, the girl cop, the black cop, and yes, the Brian cop. On top of all of that, these are all reused characters from their last show. And when I say reused, I mean reused.
At ease, Woody and Netflix Woody.
And now this isn't to say this is the worst show ever, because obviously it is not. But you would assume that it would have gotten canceled much earlier than it did, because it didn't last for 2 seasons, not 3 seasons, but 4 whole seasons before getting canceled. Well, so then with all that in mind, surely it has good animation, right?
Morning, bros owners. Anyone else feeling weird today? Musk. He switched.
So it's pretty clear that Paradise wasn't peak TV or anything. Yet, I still remember being picky about what I would put on in front of me. So why was Paradise any different? Well, because I had bad taste. But also, there is one thing that the showrunners do right, and they know it. And that is making younger audience feeling cooler by watching it. Now, some of you might instantly understand what I'm talking about, but for people who can never in any universe see why this show would make anyone feel cool, it's simply because it talks about topics that no one under the age of 14 should have any concept of, yet they joke about it in a way that only people under 14 would find funny.
Yeah, and no more of this PTSD crap. It's not real. It's an excuse for being a pussy.
Yeah, like all them kids faking Down syndrome. They just squint, eat pigeons, and get their own Olympics.
It is quite literally adult jokes made for children. Which begs the question, who is this for? Them giving it really childish and immature animation on top of the fact that they rarely attempt to make jokes smart enough to make adults laugh, it really makes me wonder, why make an adult show talking about adult topics? If anything, it really just gives the impression that they are targeting kids with harmful topics and knowing that kids will watch almost anything. And obviously the blame should be put on the parents to an extent for allowing their kids to watch something like this, but everyone knows how sneaky kids can be, as well as just general circumstances today. Now, I would be open to the argument that the show writers just made a dumb, silly show and had some real lowbrow humor. But my issue is the fact that this isn't their first time making a show like this. Hell, not even the second. They have made 3 shows almost exactly like this, being Brickleberry, the aforementioned Paradise, and the new futuristic one that I completely forgot the name of. Now, to be fair, I haven't watched the other 2 to the degree that I've watched Paradise PD, so I can't fully speak on those, but from my understanding, all 3 shows are the exact same, other than the pitch of the show. And the original pitch wasn't anything to write home about in the first place, since it was just Family Guy in the woods, and then Family Guy at the police department, and then Family Guy in the future. They might as well have just worked on another show, because the lack of creativity shown in these projects is really mind-blowing. But I'm still left thinking, other than the reasons I've pointed out, what makes Paradise and similar adult animated comedies so bad, yet so prevalent on TV nowadays? It feels like I hear nothing but hate for every new adult animation project. The last one I really remember setting itself into pop culture in a positive light was Bob's Burgers, which is now 15 years old. I would definitely say Smiling Friends is showing a lot of potential, but each episode being only 11 minutes, as well as the series being so young, I'm gonna hold my tongue for now. Regardless though, it's safe to say that there is a current lack of talent in the field, yet arguably a new show pops up every 6 months. New Norm, Mr. Bertram, The Prince, all just absolute shit in most people's opinion. And even with that being said, I doubt these type of shows will be slowing down. As I said earlier, people are watching anything these days, so as long as they're already on the subscription and bored, why wouldn't they watch it?